Oh, that was pretty loud. How's that? That's a little better. Definitely still have some background noise here. Alright, we pretty much got everything we're gonna need. And this is the case and PCB right here. That's a crunchy open. And this is kind of a chunky board too. But it looks super nice. At first I really wasn't sure if I was gonna like the lavender color or not, but it looks really good. Definitely excited to put this together. This mic is picking up everything. So I think I needed to get a pop filter at some point. I guess they can reduce the background noise so it's not so jarring. What's up, Steel? How you doing today? Good to see you. I'll be right back, okay, dude? Alright. I think that's a little bit better with regards to the background noise. Yeah, okay. Board's okay. That's all that matters. But that was pretty loud. Sorry about that, Steel. What do you think? What do you think of the color? It's our PCB and plate right here. Got an FR4 plate instead of an aluminum plate. Just because I think it's probably going to sound better. Less pingy. And then we've got 2 different O-rings. No, Steel, this isn't the last stream forever. This is just the last stream on this channel. So I'm actually moving to a new channel because this channel was linked to one of my personal accounts. So that is why I'm moving the channel to its own dedicated account. So I will be streaming in the future for sure. So I got an extra O-ring, which is like a little bit softer and stretchier than the one it comes with, which should make the board a lot more pleasant to type on, but we'll see. Haven't tried out an O-ring style mount yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it more or less than just a normal keyboard mount. The package has like some holes in it. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. Kind of scary. Hopefully it all works. I guess I should open this on camera, huh? It's a good thing I'm not going to need this bag for anything. There it is. I changed the camera angle a little bit from the last stream. And also no music this time, because I actually got a warning for one of those songs. Even though it's supposed to all be copyright free music, they wanted to put ads on my video, and I was like, nah, we're not doing that again. So if you're gonna just listen to your own music in the background, that's cool. Okay, so first thing we need to do is probably install this guy right here. Just I changed the mount for my webcam, and it's working out a lot better for me. If you want to see like the whole stream setup, you can check Twitter. I'm gonna do like behind the scenes type stuff on Twitter, and then I'll do like photos and like trying to make my keyboards look really nice on Instagram. And then as far as like these streams, this is just kind of like, you know, hang out, talk about grilled cheese and stuff. Okay, gotta be careful with these screws, because if I lose them, I'm screwed. That's why they're called screws. This lines up pretty good. Yeah, lines up perfectly. Okay. I'm glad that it came with this little tool because it would have been a pain in the butt to have to go and find one of these. I don't want to tighten these too much because if you over tighten it, you could damage the board. Alright, Steel, you do what you gotta do, man. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Now I want to make sure we put this in the right way. Which we probably should have done before we screwed it in. But you know, sometimes you make mistakes, you just gotta roll with the punches. And sometimes you just gotta accept that you have to unscrew it again and redo it. It's definitely kind of warm in my room, so that's why I've got the AC running. Yeah, and if you're watching, don't be afraid to say in the chat. Pretty much talk about whatever here. Don't got a whole lot of rules, just don't be a jerk, you know? Man. Alright, so pro tip. Put your daughter board together first before you screw it into the keyboard. Okay. So this only goes in one way. Like this. Line up the holes with the pins. There's 4 pins in the top. You gotta line up these holes and just pop it right in. Ooh. That was a mistake on my part, but you know, just like Bob Ross always said. Sometimes mistakes can be happy little accidents. Doesn't have to be a big deal. So I actually had this board for over a week, and just been trying to find a good time to put it together so I could stream the build process, which I thought would be really cool. It's interesting that this cutout here doesn't perfectly fit with the cable they send you. Did not expect that. Alright, screws recovered. Pride. I don't know. We'll find out about that. That's the name of my channel that I'm moving to. Okay, so I'm gonna move to a new channel, but it's gonna be the same name. Oh, hey. How you doing? Family show and fairy lights? That's a cool name. No, it's not that hard at all. It's honestly a lot easier than it looks. It's just a little bit of trial and error. So it's going to be the same channel name, and it's going to be pretty much all the same. I just spent today uploading all my old videos on there. So it's got most of the same content that this channel has. It'll just be on a different channel. Okay. Right here is where the other part of our cable gets plugged in. And then all of these are the LEDs. And then these black pieces right here, each one of these is a little hot swap socket. That's cool. Got a little button right here. But yeah, if you are interested in building a keyboard of your own, it's definitely not as hard as some people make it out to be. So these are the switches that I got. They look pretty cool. What do you think? Do they sound good? And should we lube them? So this is one that I put a switch film on. And I don't know. I think maybe it sounds better. What do you think? Do they sound the same? The most fun part right here. Stabilizers. These guys, I don't know. I might see if I have a different set of stabilizers because I don't really want to deal with these ones. So let me go grab those and a drink. Thanks for stopping in. You're just here. What do you think? Do we need to lube our switches? Or should we just build it, throw them in stock? Let me know. I'm considering lubing them all. And I'm also considering just leaving them as is. But let me know. I'll be right back. Oh, nice. Good luck at your concert, Steel. Let me know how it goes. Who knows, if we decide to lube these switches, we might still be here when you get back. Just depends on how long it takes us. Alright, there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. So, now what we have to do is see Steel. All right. So this is the fun part right here. Not really. Depends on how you feel about it. All right. So I think we're gonna go ahead and lube up these switches. Just hang out and chat for a while. But if you want to see the keyboard that we're building, just let me know. I can show it off real quick. But This is the most tedious part. But I personally find this part pretty enjoyable, and a lot of people don't particularly like lubing switches, but sometimes, oh man, that spring was out of here. Don't worry, we got him. No one escapes. So I like to just kind of like hang out and have something to do with my hands. Just put on some like peaceful music and zone out for a little while. I really enjoy that aspect of the hobby. I know that a lot of people really don't. So, let me know, have you ever built a keyboard before? Do you enjoy lubing switches, or are you willing to pay extra to get someone else to do it for you? Because you can buy switches that have pre-applied lube. They're just more expensive and you have less selection that way. What you could do to make this a little more interesting is we're definitely going to need another container. But I really don't want to mix up all my other switches. Alright. So we're going to put our stems. This is the part of the switch that you call the stem. Put our stems. The camera will focus. Put our stems in this little bucket right here. Yeah, if you guys are watching, let me know what your favorite drink is. I got one of these sparkling waters. Hashtag not sponsored. But I would love if they sponsored me. You could just have a fridge full of them. I'll drink probably like 3 of these in a day if you let me. And the nice thing is that they taste good, but they don't have any sugar in it, so I could feel at least not so bad about drinking them all at once. What kind of drinks do you guys like? I feel like a lot of people like orange juice. Personally, not a big fan of orange juice. It's just too sweet. Arizona tea, huh? Arizona teas are pretty good. A little bit sweet, but not, too sweet. I don't think I would drink more than 1 a day. Pineapple Fanta, that's a good one. I like pineapple soda a lot, actually. And I used to have this aunt who would only drink pineapple soda. That's the only thing that she would drink. And she would get like so mad if she ran out. So my grandparents would always have to make sure there was like a couple 2 liters of pineapple soda in the fridge. So pineapple soda always reminds me of her, which may be part of the reason I like it so much. But yeah, I feel like that's a cool drink to have as your favorite drink. I also think water is probably underrated. Sometimes when you're really thirsty, there's nothing better than just like a nice big glug of water. But yeah, other than that, really wish I could have some music going in the background for you guys, because I know this is thrilling content right here. Taking apart all the switches. But hopefully the audio is pretty decent. Not too loud. The background noises are kind of annoying. But yeah, so last stream on this channel, but many more streams to come. I'll try and do it at least once a week. And I'd like to put out a video every couple of days if possible. So do you guys know how to type? Like, can you guys touch type? You're just stopping by to see the keyboard. That's another thing I think is really underrated, is cute stuff. And I think there's definitely way too many like plain black and white keyboards out there for me. I really think we need more cute keyboards out there. So that's the main reason I went with the lavender block. I haven't even been counting these switches. I think I got 70. So need to probably take most of them apart. And once we get them all apart, we'll be able to put some lube on there. I do have hobbies other than making keyboards. I have a lot of different hobbies actually. I've had a bunch over the years. Hiking's a pretty fun hobby. I think maybe go on a hike tomorrow. That might be fun. Maybe after this stream I could go on a hike. But yeah, I put a link to the new channel in the description. So if you guys want to subscribe to the new channel, that's definitely an option. It's kind of painful, you know, having to switch to a new channel. Now I have back to 0 subscribers again, but I think it's worth it. Do it now instead of wait until I have more. Probably be a lot harder. What kinds of hobbies do you guys have? Drawing and climbing trees. Nice. Nice. I did drawing for a little while, and man, that was tough. Drawing is really hard. It takes a lot of practice to get good at that. Especially if you want to draw like a city. You have to draw all the lines of the buildings like perfectly straight, or else it looks crazy. Gaming, yeah, I enjoy gaming too. So drawing is a pretty popular hobby. I feel like, anyone can get into it. Just need paper and something to draw with, right? Fishing's also pretty fun. Like to go fishing every now and then. Last time I went fishing, I didn't catch anything though. No, go ahead. I'd like to start playing D&D again, Dungeons and Dragons. That's a really fun hobby. If you haven't tried it, you definitely should. You got a couple friends you can play with. That's a fun thing to do. Hiking's your top favorite? Nice. I like hiking too. Especially when there's water. That's my favorite part. So I live somewhere where there's not a lot of rain. But when there is running water, like a stream or something, that's always really awesome. Anytime you get out in nature and just enjoy being outside, not really have to worry about school or work or, cleaning my room. Fishing? Yeah. Definitely think fishing can be a lot of fun. But yeah. Especially if you find a good spot. Like a spot where there's a lot of fish. I think fishing is kinda sad if you go fishing and you don't catch anything. But that doesn't mean it can't still be fun. If you don't catch anything. Oh, this switch pin is bent. To fix that, you don't want to have any bent pins, or you could break your keyboard before you even finish putting it together. But yeah, I definitely like fishing. I think that there's a ton of other really fun hobbies you could do. Dungeons and Dragons, fishing. I painted miniatures for a long time, so I think that's probably why I also don't mind lubing switches, is because it's very similar to painting miniatures, where you spend kind of a lot of time. Look at that, we're almost done taking all the switches apart. You spend a lot of time just kind of chilling and working on one thing, and then after a long time, eventually you end up with like a really cool looking miniature. But I don't mind just kind of hanging out and doing one thing for a while. It's kind of peaceful, relaxing. I think that, any hobby you can do with other people, you need at least two, right? So you have like a hobby that you could do with other people, and you gotta have a hobby that you can do if you're alone. Because you don't always have someone there with you, to do your hobby with. I think some hobbies are definitely better. Like gaming, definitely way better with other people, personally. I know there's a lot of, single player games out there, but I think you have the most fun when you're just kind of messing around in a game with your friends, as opposed to, you know, just playing by yourself. Definitely a couple games out there that I want to play, but not a ton. Unless I got friends to play with, you know? What video games do you guys like to play? Personally, I like to play like competitive video games, fighting games. MOBAs are a lot of fun. I played League for a while. I got into League, but I never got any good, but I had a lot of fun playing League. Okay. This is where the real work begins. You like fighting games the most? So I like fighting games a lot, but the thing about fighting games is if you're really good at fighting games and your friends aren't, then they probably never want to play with you. I guess you have to let people win sometimes, right? Because if you just always win, then they'll never want to play. And that's like the ultimate goal. Roblox, Minecraft, and shooting games. Well, I haven't really played Roblox that much. I've played it a little bit. Okay, so this is our fancy lube. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little bit on our brush. We're gonna brush it on like so. And just make sure we get an even coat around this bottom part and the back wall. And then you can also throw a little bit of lube on these leaves. This little part right here, the switch is called the leaf. You don't want to go crazy with this, but you probably want a little bit on there. We get our handy dandy grabber, grab our switch pin, and then we're just gonna lightly brush over the whole thing. And that's going to make our switch feel nice and smooth. You want to try and get as even of a coat as possible when you do this. And then I'm going to do a spring. When they get tangled together like this, you could just twist in opposite directions. And get like a pretty large amount of lube for our springs. We're just going to lube the parts where the springs are coiled together in a tight group. because you don't want to. I don't want to waste my time trying to do every little loop, but I do want to make sure that these groups that are packed together have that little bit on them. That way the spring doesn't make so much noise. Follow. There's 3 people. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream. If you're just joining for the first time. I think we were talking about our favorite drinks earlier. Someone said pineapple soda, which I think is a 10 out of 10 choice for a favorite drink. Someone said Arizona tea. Okay. This is the tricky part. Are these little films we have here? They're like little stickers almost for your Switch. And what they do is they sort of dampen the sound so it's not so loud. Just gonna put them over the top part of our Switch here. Like so. And then we can put our top housing back on, making sure that we face it the right way. And then there you go. That's one Switch done. What do you think? I think it sounds better. I think it feels better. Okay. And just 69 more to go. So you're definitely nowhere near being done, but that's okay. Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. I like the way that they sound better with the Switch film and the lube for sure. I feel like I need a new brush though. This brush has kind of got bent out of shape since the last time I used it. So they're stuck together. You just twist, you come right apart. So yeah, I feel like this hobby has a lot of similarities with other hobbies that are sort of creative. Like, you know, a big hobby you don't really see a whole lot anymore is like model train building, which I think is pretty cool, especially when they have like the whole town laid out, you know, the town, there's like a story to the whole town. I think that that's really cool. I remember I met a guy once who did model trains. He had like a whole town, like a mini town, in his basement, and it looked really cool. you guys haven't seen any model train stuff, you should check it out. Definitely feel like I need some more light in here. What do you guys think? Is that too crazy? This camera really likes to focus on stuff that's not right in front of it. Okay. Just about done with switch number 2. And with these switch films, you just got to make sure that you close your switches all the way. So to push down a little bit harder on them when they're done. Now these I think are like Neapolitan switches from Texi. I like these a lot. I think that they look pretty cute. I think what we're going to do is just do all the bottom housings all in a row, all these little white pieces, and then after we do that, we can do all the other parts a lot easier, I think. Fill up our little tray here, one switch at a time. I'm trying to use all this extra lube from the cap if I can. I don't want to waste any because it's kind of expensive. The whole keyboard hobby is kind of expensive, honestly. But I feel like most hobbies are, you know, a little bit expensive. There are definitely more expensive hobbies. If you like really into cars, that gets expensive really quick. Or like traveling. I think traveling would be really cool. You could just go to all the different places in the world you've never seen before. What do you guys think? If you could travel anywhere in the world for free, where would you go? I definitely think it'd be really cool to go to like Russia. Russia seems really cool. Or maybe like I don't know, Greenland or somewhere like really snowy. Paris. Yeah, Paris. It's got to be one of the most popular ones. I think that Paris would be cool too. Heard they have a lot of good food there. Wonder if they have. Paris is in France, so I feel like French cuisine is definitely one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. Having a little bit of trouble figuring out the lighting situation here. Might be better just to have the lights pointed straight down. Okay, so say you get to travel for Paris for free. What do you want to? What's like the thing you want to do there? I feel like everybody wants to go see the Eiffel Tower, right? That's like the first thing you think of when you think of Paris. But I feel like there's probably so many people at the Eiffel Tower all day long. And then I guess the Eiffel Tower's lights at night are copyrighted. So the guy who created the lights for the Eiffel Tower is actually considered. The lights are considered his work of art, and so you can't actually take a picture of the Eiffel Tower. You'd make your own business in Paris. Wow, that sounds cool. What kind of business would you make? I feel like Paris, probably a lot of tourists there. So you could probably make a big business doing tours and stuff for people. But I'm sure there's a lot of competition for that. These days with all of the direct consumer like apps and services available, you know. DoorDash, Uber, Lyft. Fashion designer, huh? That sounds cool. Definitely feel like guys need like an update in fashion. I feel like it's coming, the whole like streetwear trend, but I feel like girls definitely have a lot more options when it comes to expressing themselves through clothing. What kind of fashion do you want to do? Very. Dresses, huh? Maybe you could do dresses for guys too. I guess a dress for a guy is kind of like a suit, right? That's like their fancy attire. Look, I definitely need some more light here. Yeah. Was super bright earlier with the sun shining through the window, but it's starting to get a little bit dimmer now. Should probably buy one of those fancy lights. So it's kind of hard to tell whether or not I got too much. On here or not. It's definitely like a much longer process than most people expect. Think, I thought, oh yeah, I'll just do this real quick. This is not going to be real quick. We've got 14 switches done right here. I think we need to do a total of 60 something. To finish the project. Which is not a small number. Oh, so we're just talking about if you could travel anywhere you want, where you would go. What you would do. Okay. That's a little bit better for the lighting situation, I think. Got a little bit better of a the view here. Yeah, we get super close to this camera for it to focus. But that's the trade-off for having an affordable camera. There's always trade-offs. Oh. You dropped a switch. Don't want to lose any of these. That's for sure. Whew, excuse me. I must be allergic to fun. But yeah, if you want to see how I rigged my webcam to sit above my computer space like this, you could check Twitter. Posted a behind the scenes on there. Basically what I did is I took a light tripod that I have. This is not very heavy at all. And I rigged it up to the wall with fishing line and thumbtacks. And I just tied it down so it would sit right above my monitor. So, definitely don't have to have a pro setup if you want to stream. Yellowstone, huh? National Park. I've heard that that's a really cool place. I've heard that they've got some pretty popular rock climbing paths there. I don't know, what do you call a route? I think that they call it a route when you climb up a certain ledge of cliff. There's certain spots where people have climbed there before, and you can kind of like plan out exactly where you're going to climb. That way you don't get stuck. But I've never rock climbed before, but it sounds super fun. And one of those things that's kind of scary but fun at the same time. I feel like skydiving's like that. Probably super fun, but also scary at the same time. What else do they have in Yellowstone? There's got to be some other stuff too, other than just that. I know it's, got other stuff. I'm just not super familiar with it. Oh yeah, that's true, huh? It's like a whole national park. So what kind of animals live in Yellowstone? Where is Yellowstone anyway? Washington? I'm not super great with geography, if I'm being honest. You could probably tell me it's in California, and I believe you. never really liked geography or history. I think that's mostly because of the teachers that I had were bad. There's one history teacher who was the worst. There's a lake? Oh, nice. I would love to go to a lake. I love like any source of natural water is always awesome. I think that'll be, everybody wants to go, I feel like, to that like secret spot, kind of like lake where there's like a waterfall and like lake you can jump in. Definitely want to find one of those spots someday. Just have like a fun day there, go camping, just like swim and have fun the whole time. Frogs. Oh yeah, I think frogs are pretty cool. I feel a little bit jealous of places in the world where they have a lot of frogs, because there's not a whole lot of frogs where I live. There's not a whole lot of animals really in general, here where I live. Yeah. People who have frogs where they live definitely should appreciate it more. I feel like frogs are one of those animals that are hard to take care of, though. Because you gotta like control the temperature of their enclosure and the humidity, so it has to be the right level of like water and air all together. Our springs are getting a little wild here. Well, we're almost halfway done with the bottom housings. Same, where would I go? That's a great question. I could go anywhere in the world for free. I don't know. Russia seems really cool. Maybe somewhere in Europe. Germany sounds cool. What else sounds cool? No, there are a lot of. I know there are a lot of places where you can go, like in Eastern Europe, that are pretty cheap. So maybe one of those countries where like $1's worth like could buy you like a bunch of different stuff. Like that'd be fun. But then also like you're traveling, so then you have to like take all the stuff that you buy back with you. I don't know about that. Ooh, you know what would be really cool? I heard that there's this hotel in Mexico somewhere where you like fly in a helicopter over this forest, and then they like land in this little clearing, and then the whole hotel is like underground. I heard that that's really cool. And it's like near all these ancient ruins and stuff, like ancient Indian ruins. If I could live anywhere I want, yeah, I feel like that'd be a cool place to go. If I could live anywhere I want, where anywhere I want for free, that's a good question. I think there's a lot of things to consider though, like get to live there for free. I don't know. Maybe like a cabin somewhere that's like right next to like a river and like a hiking trail. Too much lube. Definitely want to be careful not to over lube these, because then they just won't feel good. A cozy cottage, hell yeah. Cozy cottage sounds nice. Just like your own place, away from the rest of the world. I don't know, but like, does it have electricity and stuff? Because if it doesn't have internet, I don't know how long I could survive. Like after a while with no internet, I'll probably just go crazy. I think we might just do a lazy job on these springs. Just lube the bottom housing of the switches, and then call it good, you know? If I could have any pet, well, that's a good one. Probably like a Pokemon, right? I could just take over the whole world with my Pokemon at my back. Me and Mewtwo. Just villain things, you know what I mean? You're talking about like a real life pet? Any pet that I want? I definitely like pretty basic. Probably just want like a golden retriever. A loyal doge to watch my back, you know? If I could have any superpower that I want, I'd definitely choose like immortality. Ducklings, huh? I feel like ducks are kind of cool. But like aren't ducks kind of mean too sometimes? Aren't ducks kind of jerky? And then plus if you have a lot of ducks, I mean, you're going to have a big grocery bill because they probably eat a lot of grapes. I don't know if I could afford having multiple ducks. Wow, you get a lot of pets, huh? And a pigeon. I feel like it'd be super cool to have a pigeon um, that was trained to like deliver messages and stuff. So you could train them to fly somewhere and drop off a little message tube and fly back. I think that's pretty sick. I know there are like people in New York who do that. They'll train messenger pigeons to always fly back. So I feel like pigeon underrated pet. And pigeons are crazy. So you guys know pigeons used to be pigeons were like a delicacy. Like royalty would eat pigeons because they used to not just like live all over the cities, right? It used to be like a rare bird. Well, not a rare bird, but they're cliffside dwelling birds. And that's why they're always like hanging out on power lines and overpasses and buildings. It's because natural habitat is cliffs. So they used to live like on the cliffside. All right, that's one batch done. Now we just gotta put them all together. But yeah. Oh man. Should maybe retitle the stream to looping switches, because I don't know if we're gonna get to actually building the keyboard or not. Pokemon were real? Oh man, I could get any Pokemon? Aren't there like 700 Pokemon or something crazy like that? I don't know. That's a good question. You got your classics, right? Pikachu, Mewtwo, Mew. Definitely some of the legendary Pokemon would make you like super powerful. You know, Arceus is like the god of the Pokemon world. He created the freaking universe or something like that. So, I don't know a ton about Pokemon lore, but I know enough to know that you would probably not want to live in the Pokemon universe. I mean, could you imagine you're like battling your way to be the ultimate trainer, and then right before you finally win, freaking Ash and Pikachu show up? I would be so mad. Because you know they're gonna win, you know? That'd be a bad feeling. Man. This switch does not want to close all the way. Oh. That's what happens. It's because we didn't put it together right. So it actually goes together this way. Like so. Oh. We got 3 fully done. I'm thinking maybe instead of I definitely should have done this before we came on stream. Would I buy for $1 million? That is a good question. I mean, obviously, first thing you do, right, is you probably buy a house. I think that's like the most, straightforward logical answer. That's what most people say. You just buy a house right away. Just gotta make sure you don't buy a house that's too much. So you don't want to buy a house that you can't really afford. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe like buy a house, then upgrade. Build like the ultimate studio, streaming studio, and like a music production studio. And then just like plan it out. How about you guys? What would you buy if you had $1 million? I think $1 million really isn't that much money when you think about it. I mean, it's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, as much pets, a house, and build your dream room, yeah. So, I think if I had $1 million, you know, if you wanted to go all in on a house, $1 million is probably like just enough. If you wanted to like really like customize your house, you know, I'm talking like secret passages, like you could just go all in $1 million on a house. I think that's maybe the way to go, because you got your house is paid off. You still have to like find a way to make some money, but you don't have to make like that much just to pay the taxes on your house. I think definitely my dream room, dream house, gotta have secret passages, you know? And these little films are definitely way more tedious than I expected them to be. But I think it'd be worth it in the end. Gonna sound way better all put together like this. for sure. It's just gonna take a long time. I wonder what the best way to do this is. There's got to be a more efficient way. When am I gonna stream again? I don't know, I might stream again tomorrow too. That could be fun. Depends on whether or not we could get this keyboard finished tonight. Which, at this rate, probably not. So, probably stream tomorrow. Finish this keyboard up. I mean, let's be honest. Probably should have lubed these switches before streaming. That way, I could just put it together. Without having to worry about it. And these little switch films are finicky little guys. Yeah, definitely. So, I don't know, I'm going to try and finish the whole keyboard, but these switches are setting me back a good amount of time. But it'll be worth it to do it right. Then we'll have really nice sounding, really nice feeling switches. That's what it's all about. You really don't want to rush. You want to just take your time. Make sure you do it right. Yep. We got another person. Hey, thanks for coming in. Let me know if you have any questions. Right now we're lubing up some switches. Got these pink Neapolitans. Texi. They're pretty cool looking. Yeah. Well, they look cool if the camera focuses on them. But, you know. Pretty cute. Okay. So, pretty excited for this keyboard. It's the first gasket mount that I'm building. Which means that the plate and the PCB just kind of held in by a gasket instead of screws. Makes it a lot softer to type on, apparently. I've never tried one before, but it's all the rage right now. Everybody's making and building gasket mount keyboards, so there must be something to that, right? If everybody's doing it, it's gotta at least be kind of nice to type on. But yeah, have you guys ever tried typing before? It's definitely hard at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not bad at all. It's honestly pretty easy to learn once you figure it out. Once you learn where all the keys are, that's the hardest part. And then you just, slowly over time after practicing, 10 minutes a day, you get faster and faster. And then eventually you're typing super fast. But so I usually try and practice for at least 10 minutes a day. On days that I practice, I usually get in 20 to 30 minutes. And on the days that I stream, I just take a break from typing. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever put films on switches again, because this is pretty much doubled the amount of time it normally takes me to lube switches. And I'm not really enjoying the switch films, but I think it's gonna make them sound better, so we're going for it. We're at least gonna try. This is the first really nice keyboard that we're building, so we want to make sure that we get everything just right. Sounds pretty good if you ask me. So, you're definitely not supposed to eat and lube switches at the same time, but I need a little bit of a snack here. But still not recommended. You should wash your hands. That's just to protect you, not the switch. Switch will be fine. So And maybe we can take a look at the case here in a minute. Just finish this switch. And then, oh, she must have skipped the most important step. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you guys coming and saying hi. Pretty excited for this keyboard. Never had a gasket mount before, but everybody says that they're really nice to type on, so I'm looking forward to that. The other thing I'm looking forward to is big dinner. Let's see. So, I don't know. Pretty sure everyone has these. Pockies, if you don't, just like little biscuit sticks with flavoring on the outside. These cookies and cream one are pretty good, but definitely not my favorite. I think my favorite ones are probably strawberry. Strawberry is pretty hard to beat. And then for that, maybe matcha. What do you think? What are your guys' favorite flavors? There we go. These springs are pretty finicky sometimes. Let's see. Should we create a poll? Okay. You guys let me know what you think the best Pocky flavor is. I mean, obviously it's strawberry, but you gotta at least vote, right? You gotta have a vote at least, and then so we're starting to lose our natural lighting here, which means we're gonna have to switch to our artificial setup. Definitely need to get some better lighting equipment. You guys can vote in the poll for your favorite flavor of Pocky. Strawberry, banana. That's true. Banana actually is pretty decent. There's probably 100 Pocky flavors, honestly. So change the stream to super low latency, so should be able to reply to you guys faster when you type. There shouldn't be as much of a delay now. Like there's kind of a delay before where I have no idea how long it took. I think it's just a few seconds or so. I don't know how you guys feel about this lighting. It's a little bit too harsh. How's that? Okie doke. There we go. Just a little better. Nice. Better? Like this? I don't know. Hard to tell. Definitely way better with the natural light. Gonna have to get some more lights for my room. Thumbs up. Alright, thumbs up. That's good. Thumbs up is good, right? To be honest, I'm kind of a boomer, so I really don't know emoji talks. But okay. Yeah, thumbs up is good. Okay, good. Good. That's a relief. Man. I feel like this really takes a while. Muffins. Honestly, I think muffins are pretty good, but it depends on the muffin, you know? Muffins are like grown-up cupcakes. Some cupcakes grow up to be really delicious, and some cupcakes grow up to be assholes. So, you know, it really kind of depends on the flavor of the muffin. Personally, I think bran muffins are way underrated. Yeah. Bran muffins are definitely way better than people say they are. But I think muffins are probably better than cupcakes unless you get like a really good cupcake. So, the place we used to work at, there's this lady. She would come in and she would bring a whole Tupperware full of these little mini cupcakes. She'd give them to the employees. And let me tell you, her cupcakes, best cupcakes I've ever had. Okay? Don't tell my mom I said that. But these cupcakes were like on another level. They're like the perfect balance of cakey and moist, and the frosting was not too sweet, but just sweet enough to be like, good, you know? Personally, I think that's the fatal flaw when it comes to like pastries, cakes, cupcakes, things like that. They end up being too sweet for me. Like, I want it to be sweet, but not so sweet that I don't taste anything. It's just pure sugar. We could add any update to any game. I mean, that's a tough one. If I could change any game in any way that I wanted, I would definitely say you know what would be really cool is if you could get Minecraft but in VR. That would be sick. I'd play that all day. Minecraft in VR? Could you imagine? You get one of those little... You can? They have that? Yeah. Man. I'm gonna have to get a VR headset then, because that sounds tight. That sounds like a good time. Minecraft is another one of those games that's definitely a lot more fun with friends. I think Minecraft in VR would be legit, but you definitely have to play like from first person perspective. So, I mean, if they have that, it would be really cool is one of those like things that you strap on, haptic feedback, where like if you get hit, it vibrates all crazy. You could just imagine like running away from creepers, going like on adventures and stuff. That sounds sick. You'd change Roblox so there's nobody toxic, but then you wouldn't have anyone to play with. I feel like pretty much all of Roblox is just either toxic people or people who only care about themselves. Man. You go into... So I've played Roblox a little bit. Yeah. I guess it depends what server you're on, but personally, I played Roblox. I feel like everybody's just kind of like doing their own thing. Not really playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. But I mean, who am I to say how people should play the games that they enjoy? I definitely pick Minecraft over Roblox, but I could see why you would like Roblox. Okay. Oh, it's a little bit loud, isn't it? There we go. How's that? Better? Jeez. Alright, well guys, we're 13 switches in. Got a lot more to go. So another thing I really want to get back to is I'm gonna get my D&D campaign. Might get my group back together. I feel like there's so many things left for us to do. They're basically like taking over the whole country pretty soon here. I guess that's my fault. I let them get so powerful. But Got some pretty good villains planned. Yeah, I think D&D is really cool too. Super fun. If you can get like a group of your friends into it. We always have like a really good time. The only time that can be annoying is have a player who had a baby and she would bring her baby all the time, which cute baby, don't get me wrong, but man, there were some tough sessions, like when she couldn't get a babysitter. It would take like forever to get stuff done. Then like he would cry. We'd have to like take breaks all the time. But she had a really cool character too. She had this pet wolf. And I remember that her pet wolf almost died. And yeah. So her pet wolf almost died, and she legit like was gonna rage quit the whole campaign. Like she was about that wolf. So, who knows? I don't know if I could ever get away with killing that damn wolf. We'll see. Eventually. I'm sad that the music from last stream didn't work out. I feel like it's just awkward silence if I'm not talking. Man. Okay. How can we make this more efficient? Let's take a pause on the loop. And just focus on films for a second. So they go this way. Like this. Man. Oh. I was just wondering where my cats were. So one of them on the bed over here. And that means the other one's probably taking a nap somewhere too. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could show my cat, but oh man, she's sleeping and I don't know if I want to wake her up. And I feel like such a waste not using all of these little pieces of plastic. It's like 90% of the plastic's not used. But this is just easier to manufacture it this way. You definitely need to start planning to restart the D&D campaign, because if I don't, I know that it's gonna take forever. Well, it's not gonna take forever, but if I don't start planning now, then it's not gonna be as epic. But I've definitely, got some plans. Got some plans for the future. Plenty of secrets. And things for players to discover. Oh. So pretty much the story so far is evil necromancer guy shows up, party runs away, you're too lazy. Yeah, I mean, I know that she wants to keep playing. I know everyone does, but setting it up and just finding it a time to do it, definitely the hardest part. But yeah, you're right. Would be super cool to rent like a space. Like at one of the game stores in town, I know that there's a space you can rent. We can do your D&D games or board gaming and stuff at. And that's probably what we'll do for the next time, but we gotta figure out when everybody's available to show up and all that. Definitely didn't plan this out good enough as far as how long it was going to take me to put these switches together. But that's okay because it just means we got something for tomorrow too. Well, alright. That was definitely the right decision to film all of the housings first. It's going to make it way easier to get these all put back together. My wife's trying to sneak out of the room without making any noise. Can hear the door squeaking. It's kind of funny. If you guys have any suggestions on affordable lights, like affordable lighting, let me know. because this desk lamp definitely isn't cutting it. Getting some super harsh shadows. And it doesn't look great. It's better than nothing, but Body by Mother, no. I haven't. I would listen to it on stream if it wasn't for copyright, because YouTube is definitely a lot stricter than Twitch when it comes to how they handle their copyrights. It's because their auto detection technology is a lot better on YouTube. So, oh, there goes the cat. So you can like watch anything pops up. I'll definitely have to check it out. I think what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna finish this batch of switches and then end the stream. Because of one, I feel like I'm running out of stuff to talk about. And two, man, these switches, there we go. Springs are really stuck together. Uh-oh. We dropped a spring. Yeah. I've heard that song before. Many times. It's like an internet classic right there. Can't go wrong with that one. But in all honesty, not a huge fan of grapes. They're alright, don't get me wrong, but if I'm gonna eat fruit, I'm probably gonna prefer citrus. Something about that like sour taste that is really good, you know? Anyway, we're almost at the end here. Make sure you guys don't forget to check out the Twitter, Instagram, Discord. Got all new socials and a new channel. Link down below. Wonder if I can get all these to balance. I feel like I twisted my little claw grabber at some point because they don't like line up right. There we go. That's better. Really just want a thin layer of lube on every stem. Doesn't have to be, perfect, just a nice even coat on all the sides and the legs, and then just a quick hit on the stem, on the pole I should say, and you're good. I like to try and use up all the residual lube that's in my brush. If I can, before I get any more out of the pot. Just help prevent me from putting too much. My favorite show? I don't know. All time? Probably have to go with Evangelion. Right now, I guess Attack on Titan, that just came out. It's a fun show. What's your favorite show? Centaur World? Huh. Sounds interesting. I feel like, personally, I always thought centaurs were really weird creatures. I don't know if I could handle a whole world full of them. You finished it? Well, how was the show? Guess if it's your favorite show, it must be a pretty good show, huh? Oh man. Well, it's good that everything turned out alright. Personally, I'm a pretty big fan of tragic endings. So happy endings, they're alright. Like a really super sad ending, man, that's the stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want a show to break my heart and leave me on red. Yeah, you agree? Man, now all I can think about ever since we talked about it is Minecraft in VR. Like, I gotta try that. It sounds so cool. Okay, maybe we should put some of these switches together before we mess them up. Yeah. Definitely. Wonder if you can do it with just like the regular Minecraft, or if you have to get like a special mod or something for it. I'm sure that you have to get like a mod. I feel like ever since Bedrock Edition came out, though, there's a lot of pretty good mods available. Yeah. So Bedrock definitely made it a lot easier to find that sort of stuff. But it also made it a lot easier for people to just like monetize it. I remember, oh, you need a computer. Well, I guess that makes sense. It probably super hard. Like probably takes a lot of computer energy, Well, wonder if you could do it with any computer, or if you need like a really good graphics card or what. My day's pretty good. I don't know why, but I just got like super. I was gonna stream earlier in the day, right? And like I said, I moved all my videos to a new channel. Let's put this switch on wrong. I moved all my videos to a new channel, but when you create a new channel on YouTube, you can't stream for 48 hours or for 24 hours, something like that. So I said, well, just created this whole new channel and everything. We should just. So what I did was I went on, created like all new, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff, which personally I'm not super into, but just to help your stream grow. Oh man, it's supposed to help your stream grow, if you have multiple platforms, like ways for your stream to get discovered. Oh man, look at that. We just pulled our whole leaf out. Okay. So what we're gonna have to do is put this guy back in real quick. But if you ever wanted to know what a switch leaf looks like, that's it. There we go. Well, that's alright. Got it fixed. Well, this guy got all bent out of shape. See if we can straighten it out here. Oh, I see what happened. Is work stressful? I guess that depends on who you ask. But yeah, sometimes work is stressful. It's only as stressful as you make it, though. Oh man. Now we're just dropping stuff all over the place. I think it might be time to have friends. I've got you, Willis Kids Family Show. You guys are my friends. And Steel. And Fairy Lights. Do you have friends? Not a lot. That's okay. I don't really have a lot of friends either. I don't really think I want a lot of friends, honestly. I think it's probably better to have a few really close friends than to have a bunch of friends. Oh man. This one's being difficult. You got him though. Well, I think I'm probably going to end the stream pretty soon here. I'm definitely starting to feel tired. Yeah, I know. And we can finish these next 8 switches and then we gotta go. I at least gotta take a break. Cool. I probably will stream tomorrow because I want to get this keyboard. I want to finish this keyboard so I can use it. I've had it for a week, 2 weeks even. At this point now. And I still haven't built it because I've been saving it for stream. I just haven't got around to streaming it yet. I don't like the way that looks. Yeah, I know. Right? This one's jacked up. Hey. Well, thanks, Fairy. You scared me. Did not expect to get any alerts. But I appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. Definitely means a lot. If you want, I would definitely suggest subscribing to my other channel as well, because if I do stream tomorrow, I'll probably stream on that channel. Basically just switching all the way over to that channel. I just couldn't stream on it yet because there's account has to be live for 24 hours before you're allowed to stream. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me. You know, I think I do have some grapes actually, but not for you. Let's see. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. So I'll probably stream after that. I would like to stream early, but I don't think that I'll have enough time. So we'll see. I have to plan it out. After 4? I don't know. That's kind of late for me. I'll try and get all my stuff done early, that way I can just relax and don't have to worry about it. So we'll see. All right. Looks like we're just about done here. So coming up on the end here pretty soon. Oh yeah. That's true, huh? Well, you can always watch the VOD too. You don't have to be here live. I can definitely feel the low light level is starting to strain my eyes here. But thanks for stopping by. Alright, that's it. We're pretty much halfway done. Just have to do that all over again and we'll be finished. Alright. We're going to end it here. When I end. Ending now. So this is pretty much the end. Appreciate you stopping by, coming and hanging out for a while. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hope you guys have a good day.